In recent years, rising incidents of youth violence in the UK have sparked growing concern among communities and educators alike. Self-defence and martial arts classes are gaining popularity among young people, not just as a way to learn practical techniques for staying safe, but also as spaces for building friendships, confidence and community.
So I've always found watching martial arts, they're very graceful but precise, sort of like deadly but beautiful. And I've admired it and wanted to try it, but it's very hard to try it, especially when it's like Asian martial arts. There's not a lot that specialise in it. So when I saw this, I thought it's an opportunity I wanted to take.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I actually just kind of want to learn more about martial arts in the way that it's from a different perspective and just meet other people with similar interests.
In Sheffield, a new pilot project at the University of Sheffield goes beyond traditional martial arts training, blending self-defence with action filmmaking. Aimed at young people, especially those new to martial arts, the programme offers a creative gateway into the world of cinematic storytelling.
And have you done martial arts before?
No, I don't think I do this before.
Nope, none.
I like the uniqueness of this program, like filmmaking and martial arts. These are like two things I've always been interested in doing, but I've never really had a chance to go into that.
The project empowers young people to develop martial arts skills and build confidence, while also introducing them to the craft of filmmaking, opening up new pathways toward careers in the creative industries.
When you click on it, like this,
Okay.
seems very easy, yes, but when you release it, just like a gun shooting. Yeah.
So I'm very passionate about films and TV, and actually my major was film and TV studies.
And also develop a skill in filmmaking, right? How to make a movie like from the scratch.
And I was like, this is amazing. This is an opportunity to actually do something practical with, you know, my knowledge and my skills and enjoy myself and do something that I've always kind of been interested in.
Dr. Wong, a lecturer in East Asian Studies at the University of Sheffield and a film scholar, has long been passionate about martial arts cinema and practice. In 2024, he partnered with Sue Cole, founder of the Fighting Spirit Film Festival, to launch Project Sifu, a pilot initiative that teaches martial arts through action filmmaking. Designed for young people in Sheffield, the project fosters self-confidence, celebrates the deeper values of martial arts, and helps build a stronger, more connected community.
So I think it has a lot to do with the application of cinema, how cinema can impact people. So I think this crossover is not very easy to achieve. So I think that's why I've been conceptualizing, okay, how I can let young people develop the interest in martial arts. So I think martial arts cinema is the starting point. So I want to encourage them in the process so that they can develop interest to martial arts cinema, but at the same time, not just how to make action, but the principles and also the philosophy of martial art in itself. Because lots of martial arts films, it's not just about fighting and killing, but about self-defense, protecting the weak people, and also helping self-empowerment, right?
So after speaking to Professor Wong, I found that we had quite a lot of common interests, and one of the things I was really interested in was inspiring young people through movies to get into martial arts. And I think one of the things that Wayne was trying to do was to kind of look at cultural identity and also the influence again of martial art movies and cinema to help people to kind of get a sense of identity and who they are. And I think combining the two ideas and talking, we sort of looked at an idea of teaching young people martial arts for 8 weeks and then doing sort of a few weeks of action choreography to kind of give them a sense of direction and purpose and a plan about how they could take their martial arts further if they so wished. But really to kind of give them an experience about them learning to do something that maybe they think they couldn't do before, and maybe learning something a bit about themselves. Hopefully it will give them a sense of empowerment, confidence, a bit of resilience, and hopefully will inspire them to kind of do something in film, but that bit of course can't be guaranteed. Yeah.
Martial arts cinema has a rich and dynamic history, beginning in the 1920s Shanghai during the silent film era, with the rise of wuxia novels featuring sword-wielding heroes with supernatural abilities. These characters could leap weightlessly across rooftops and shoot energy from their hands. But in the 1930s, the Chinese government temporarily banned the genre, citing its superstitious content. After World War II, many Shanghai filmmakers relocated to Hong Kong, where the genre evolved. By the 1950s and 60s, martial arts cinema shifted from swordplay to hand-to-hand combat. Studios like Shaw Brothers and Golden Harvest blended traditional Chinese opera with modern cinematic techniques, producing iconic films such as One-Armed Swordsman in 1967 and A Touch of Zen in 1971, directed by genre pioneers Chang Che and King Hu. In the 1970s, Bruce Lee transformed the genre with his powerful, realistic kung fu, paving the way for stars like Jackie Chan, Jet Li, and Donnie Yen in the decades that followed.
Swords don't hit back.
In the past 2 decades, martial arts cinema has gone global through Hollywood successes like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon in 2000 and Kung Fu Panda in 2008. Today, its influence is seen in everything from superhero films to video games, captivating a new generation of audiences eager to understand how these thrilling fight scenes are made. Before performing martial arts movements on camera, participants undergo comprehensive training to ensure their safety. During the first 8 weeks of the programme, they learn a range of techniques, including punching, kicking, judo, Chinese kung fu, and basic weapon handling. This week, participants focused on learning how to fall and roll safely, an essential skill in martial arts and stunt work. Kirk, an instructor from The Unrivaled, a local MMA gym partnering with Project Sifu, demonstrated proper techniques to help them avoid injury.
If you've got a bit more experience, come straight back up to your feet.
While a front roll may seem simple to some, it can be quite challenging for those with no prior martial arts experience.
I don't want to fall anymore, it's painful.
Okay.
I fell once and I got my chin and I got a scar.
Okay.
So no more falling for me.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
But with time and support, some participants overcome their fear and successfully complete a front roll.
Yay!
After each session, a debriefing allows participants to reflect on their experiences. The project's structured approach ensures they build skills gradually, one step at a time.
What we're going to do, I think, with the project, like incorporate every little step, like the boxing first, and then like the precise kicking, and then the more like a strong kick, and then the falling, and it's always like a build up that you will be able to see eventually. But now that you're doing it step by step, it's a bit harder to spot, I guess. So yeah. I really like all the little, tiny elements to it. That yeah.
The week after learning how to fall, participants moved on to judo, eager to transition from falling techniques to learning how to throw.
There, and always off that one hand. Okay.
We're on the verge of losing our balance.
That's it. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was actually really good. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I was definitely apprehensive at first when I heard we were throwing each other, but being able to just kind of relax into it and just kind of start off playful, and then also being able to feel the difference in last week's falling and then being able to practice it this week is definitely different.
Do you feel a bit more confident now?
Definitely.
I feel like I've got a lot more control with my body. Last week falling was a bit tough, and this week I feel like I've been doing I've been taking my time and trying to take my hand, but like the hand's not there yet, but I can feel the change, and yeah, and I kind of like the feeling of like being lifted up and like boom. It's kind of nice.
This week, participants are introduced to basic weapon techniques. In martial arts cinema, weapons play a crucial role in enhancing the visual impact and intensity of each performance.
Hands moving first, then my right. Now for the top one, my left hand moves first, then my right. Yeah, so it's left.
When we learn in fight choreography, again, like I said, it's about being like you're working with somebody, okay? So your objective is actually not to hit your partner, okay? Your objective is to keep your partner safe, but it just looks like that you're trying to hurt each other, yeah? So I always have to remember that no matter what, I'm not going past that point. So I'm always going to go to a certain point and not go beyond that point, yeah? Okay, so even on this side, I'm not going beyond. So I can be like, you know, put all the power in, but I'm never ever going to go beyond that point. So my partner is always going to be safe. Does that make sense? Whereas if you do go beyond it, boom, boom, as you're going to say, your partner's going to hospital and like you're not finishing the scene, okay?
In just 2 hours, participants progressed from having no experience to learning basic choreography and performing their sequences in front of the class.
From the start that we didn't really know what we were doing, and it was very confusing. And then we were able to actually perform like a sequence, and you don't know that is going to happen. Like you feel that like, oh, I'm shit at doing this, it's not my thing. And then at the end of the session, it's like, oh, look at me, like I'm sort of everything. I'm like, and I'm kicking, and I'm doing all these things. So yeah, it was really cool to see that kind of development in such a short time.
And this time we actually got a chance to plan our choreography, so that was new. Because from the last time we were actually learned to how to move, so this time the choice was great. So we literally tried to do something on our own, and we did almost better. So yeah.
Martial arts cinema is a core element of Project Sifu. In today's session, the project lead invited participants to view classic fight scenes and reflect on their impressions.
I like how precise his movements are. At the same time, it's really funny. I like how when he was throwing people around, it looks like he's baking or doing something like adding ingredients and just moving things around. I quite like that a lot. What do you think?
I like the balance, like you said, between the comedy and the precision and the movements. But sometimes it looks really serious and they're really trying to hurt each other, and then the next minute it's quite comical. And they're rubbing their legs.
Yeah, they're rubbing their spots. Yeah.
我觉得最惊喜的就是他每次会用一些比较意想不到的招式或者武器来进行反击，这个特别有趣。
He looked into it. Gently. I think we should focus on giving importance to traditional styles too. MMA is like just a mix and match of everything, right? If we just focus only on MMA, we will just forget all the traditional styles and the culture they followed through. So I think that's what makes them unique, like the Chinese martial arts style or Indian martial arts style. So the traditions need to be honored, but MMA can also be like a separate category where like we can use the best of everything and bring a new style. But we need to honor the traditional styles, to keep the culture and the style alive.
Project Sifu also gives participants the opportunity to learn traditional martial arts. One session focuses on Wing Chun, a southern Chinese kung fu style known for its rapid, close-range punches and kicks. According to legend, it was created by a Buddhist nun, and its unique characteristics have made it especially popular among women. With most participants being female, this session holds particular appeal.
So Wing Chun is mainly a defensive kind of martial art, so it's not mainly about offensive. So we follow another person's offense and then we react to it.
因為咧，女仔呢個係即係一個係好 general 嘅身體嘅結構，女仔咧係冇男士咧咁大力嘅。
So the reason is that because women has a smaller body and also maybe physically disadvantaged, so it's not usually the person making the offense.
所以佢唔能夠咧用一個好大嘅力去對抗，即係其他即係對佢即係俾佢嘅力嘅。
So that's why Wing Chun is always about how to divert and redirect the energy rather than fighting force against force, because it's not possible against men.
Wing Chun is one of the most iconic styles in Hong Kong martial arts cinema. Bruce Lee is said to have drawn from Wing Chun when developing his own martial arts philosophy, Jeet Kune Do. In 1994, Michelle Yeoh starred in Wing Chun, directed by legendary choreographer Yuan Wu Ping. More recently, the style gained global recognition through Donnie Yen's Ip Man films and Wong Kar-wai's The Grandmaster. Donnie Yen portrays Ip Man, Bruce Lee's teacher, who helped bring Wing Chun and Kung Fu more broadly to international audiences. Known for its practical techniques and efficiency, Wing Chun's female-friendly principles make it especially accessible for women.
You were demonstrating like the energy part. You can feel like you're not moving, you're not doing anything, you're not strong to do anything.
No.
But like the opponent try to push it like as much power as possible, you're not doing anything. So that's very important if you're not just if you're a woman, but like if you're like smaller or like you don't have enough muscle. It's like it's cool thing. And it makes you feel very like balanced as well. You can feel like the power coming from within, instead of like from your body. It kind of comes from your soul, kind of thing. That's very interesting. It's a completely different way of thinking.
So like for the past few weeks, we've been trying to learn how to attack. It's really refreshing to like on the defense side. It's not like my main focus is not to attack someone. It's like to protect myself and feel the energy from the other side. It was really interesting because like when he was punching me, I could feel like, because Sue also told me like some people do it blindfolded. So I tried to like feel the energy instead of just like looking with my eyes. There was like one concentrated energy coming in one punch. Like it was really interesting to feel it. I wish I could do that too. Yeah.
One of the notable aspects of the project is that the majority of participants are female, with only one male participant remaining. This demographic shift led some male participants to feel somewhat marginalised, especially those with prior martial arts experience who found the early sessions less challenging. As a result, several dropped out at the start. However, this dynamic also created a more welcoming environment for women, encouraging them to engage more deeply with martial arts in a space where they felt supported.
At the very beginning of the training sessions, we tried to block each other punches, right? So when I was trying to block punches, what
with female, like it feels a bit more manageable, and I try to block punches from the man, and I basically like fly away.
Yeah.
So like the strong difference is like a big gap, and also I don't know why we are majority is female. I don't know. Maybe because like this program is beginner friendly. I don't know. I don't really know, but like I think that strength is the only issues.
It proves that like not only that female can do what men can do in the same exact way, but at the same time it proves that there is an interest and that we should be curious about the interest from the female perspective.
Since initially there were a lot of male partners initially, like during the starting weeks of training, but as the time gone, they changed, which was okay. But when it came to the shooting part, like almost everyone dropped. It kind of felt weird because I have to like train and fight everything with the female opponents. Since it is like a kind of an action film, I have to just be extra careful so that I won't, hit them accidentally. And whenever I receive a punch too, I have to like remember to react a little bit with more action and with more reaction so that it will make, the female partner look good when I get the hit. So this was a little weird, but still I enjoyed training with female partners as they were very friendly and joyful.
Alongside martial arts training, a central component of Project Sifu is martial arts filmmaking. Participants learn the fundamentals of action choreography and how to make fight scenes look convincing on screen through precise camera angles and well-timed reactions. Industry professionals were invited to share their expertise, helping prepare participants to create their own short martial arts film by the end of the programme.
One thing that you have to have if you're going to become any sort of action performer, because there's nothing like hitting the floor and not breaking your knees or elbows. So you need to have good pads, okay? Most of the people don't tell you. Hong Kong style at the time, we're talking about 1960s, 50s, 60s, 70s. So nobody really had access to this. Really expensive, but these are we use for big production. This is a gel pad that you can actually, I want you to see this because it's quite intense. So like probably I hit this and to have a little bit of gear, if you ever want to pursue this, have the basic gear for sure, so you can safely go to the ground. And at the end of the day, it's already a toll enough just hitting the floor that if you're not protected, it just doesn't work because you won't be able to work tomorrow. And this is how you make your stunt life bigger, so you make it longer. Yeah. So now we're gonna do 1, 2. We're gonna call a jab 1, 1, and cross 2, 2. Now I'm gonna say 1, 2. We always cross. We always cross for training purposes. But guess what? In camera, it's always also really good. Why? Now I'm gonna do it to you, because I'm training to do this. 1 and crossing, 2 and crossing. What am I crossing? His face. If I go here with my punch and I'm in a cross, you see I'm crossing his face. You feel it now? Now, when you see my punch here, just go like this and come back. Okay, really slow. So now I go whack, boom. It sounds like a hit.
So yeah, it's great to come up with like a nice storyline that has lots of different twists and turns, but sometimes when you're doing a short film, you don't always get that amount of time to have that impact. So it's just coming up with simple ideas that you can put your own creativity into and and just experiment really. So
in this session, action film director Matt Routledge guides participants through the process of shooting martial arts scenes. After the project team choreographs the movements, Matt films the sequences from multiple angles and edits them on site, demonstrating how to enhance impact by linking shots and adjusting the speed of the action.
Stuntmen are performers, so you want to become a performer. And if you have that ability on top of that you're going to be a martial artist, you can become a martial artist performer on camera, which is a whole other world. So 1, okay, 1, sorry, 2, 3.
paraphrasing something else, but you think like when you're watching something, the fight isn't just this is a fight, this is a story. The story is part of the fight. It's part of like the storytelling.
But you need to know what the tone of your action is. So, you know, if you're looking at a more of a hardcore, like gritty action, then you would look at other references. So maybe like Gareth Evans, like The Raid, or, you know, something a bit more grounded. So you have to watch movies. Like ultimately you have to have that experience and know what you're aiming for. And then you take those references and then you just develop and use that as inspiration.
Do you think you're going to carry on with martial arts after doing this? Has it made you interested in doing martial arts?
Yeah. And like for me, it's because we said it last week, it was all about anxiety and about me trusting myself. And I could never think that I could do something like this. So I would never go into trying. But then after 12 weeks, I'm like, okay, I still suck. But like, at least I'm here and I've been here for 12 weeks. So I know that I can do it if I want. So definitely that would be really cool.
Yeah, personally I found the acting itself is fun. You know, apart from skill and developing, it's always fun to act and show the reactions and see that in camera. So yeah, I enjoyed the overall session, and especially the part where we like trained ourselves to feel like get in sync with the body. That part was interesting, was useful.
When we were doing that pushing bit in your head. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
我觉得今天特别有趣，然后就是把之前学到的东西都结合起来，然后这个 Sam Joy 帮我们很多，就一直帮助我们所有在调整那个姿势和位置调整动作。我觉得今天特别有趣，所有特别棒的一个团。
It's a really fruitful and like engaging session, and we learned a lot. Me and my partner, like we have to collaborate. Sometimes we need to work together to make the scene to look good actually on camera. And it's something that we have never like experienced or like tried out before. So it's a very new experience for us.
While the project is designed to be beginner-friendly, it still presents challenges for both the participants and the project team.
Yes.
So I think, probably in my opinion, I'm not really an actor, so I know more like martial arts. So learning the techniques isn't really a problem. It's more when you put them into a combo, making it look like, oh, I've been hit and I've been hurt. Takes a lot more effort to figure it out. Like, you know, oh, I've got to move my head like this and I've got to do it then. I can't wait until it's gone past, otherwise it just doesn't look right.
There we go.
Good. Why are we doing this? Because we're trying again. This is years of training. When I started, I was a kid as well. Everybody, we're flimsy.
For me, the biggest struggle is my health. So I have like a long-standing health condition, and sometimes it can be difficult. But I think for me, it's like a bit of physical and mental. So by going to this, like some weeks, the physical aspect is difficult, but I think having the atmosphere we have, where everyone's so close and you can talk to everyone, it helps you push forward, and it's helped me realize I can push my body a lot more than I ever thought I could.
So failure in something doesn't mean you're bad at it, it means you need more work. And working on yourself, there's no better investment than working on yourself, either physically or mentally. And here, with martial arts, you're doing both.
I think it's a weird dichotomy with martial arts. Like, martial arts shows people who think that they're strong, that they're not as strong as they think, but it also does the reverse. It empowers people who maybe think of themselves as weak. They realise they're actually stronger and more durable than they actually thought they were.
A core aim of Project Sifu is to promote cultural exchange, giving participants from diverse backgrounds the chance to experience and learn from each other's cultures. This is especially meaningful for students and migrants living and studying in the UK.
确实会有些就是华人会选择就是待在自己舒适圈，可是呢，觉得一旦有一个契机，就会就是打开自己吧，我觉得。
也觉得是对，因为我们的专业是 East Asia Business， 对，所以我们其实班上很多人都是 East Asia 的，所以我们来到这里，我们看到的大多数都是白人啊，或者是印度人啊，大家都说的，大家只能用英语来交流，所以这是很好的一个帮助我们锻炼口语的一个地方。
我覺得喺呢個 project 裏邊，我覺得最大嘅得着就會係令自己個自信心提升啦。咁自信心嘅提升，除咗喺技術方面之外，就係喺個人層面上面，對於留咗喺英國，你點樣同人溝通上面嗰個信心嘅提升。咁呢樣嘢係令到我會可能面對翻本地人嘅時候講英文咧會好咗嘅。好咗唔係我英文層次真係突然間勁咗好多，而係你會有信心去表達自己想講一啲乜嘢，或者令到人哋容易啲理解到，因為你講多咗啊嘛。你嘗試去表達嘅時候，人哋都會嘗試去理解你多咗。咁所以喺一 part 上面，我覺得自己係開心咗嘅，因為你會見到你會行出去同人講 Hi mate, how are you mate？即係你要多咗呢一樣嘢喺度嘅。咁當你多咗嘅時候，咁其實令到我喺度嘅生活啊，亦都係冇咁悶啊。因為以前可能我會淨係會係留喺香港人嘅群體裏邊。咁我覺得唔係問題啊，當然呢個唔係問題嚟㗎，呢個唔係問題。問題係在於其實咁點解我要去外國咧？如果我要去外國，點解又唔同翻本地人傾偈咧？即係我會覺得係好矛盾嘅一件事係。咁但係之前唔係好做到啦，做得唔係咁好啦。而家多咗個機會俾我去嘗試，亦都我覺得係 OK 喎。咁你問我梗係制啦，我梗係會好啦。覺得係，我覺得係會直情係你俾多幾次呢個 project 我都肯做添。
Honestly, looking back now, it was a real struggle for me because I grew up in an Asian household. My parents are Chinese, Hong Kong, China, and I grew up in an area in Derbyshire where I was pretty much the ethnic diversity of my school. Like, you know, I was the one Chinese kid in school, and growing up, you just want to fit in. You know, you want to have the same interests as your friends, you want to eat the same foods, dress the same, and all of that. So I was trying to do that at school, but ultimately, you know, outside of school, I spent my whole time either training wushu or watching martial art films. And then I started achieving in martial arts. You know, I was like world champion in 2006 as a junior, so like 13 years old. I was already at an amazing level. But I found myself almost hiding that from a lot of people and almost being ashamed in some ways. Like when people would ask me like, oh, what do you do for your hobby? I'd be like, oh yeah, I do Kung Fu. Because the first response is like, oh, you do Kung Fu? Of course you do, you know, you're Chinese. And, you know, it was hard for me to really almost be proud of that and own what I was achieving. And it wasn't until I met someone when I was probably, I think I was 16 years old. I was doing a lot of sport volunteering and I met this guy and he said to me, oh, you know, what do you do for your sport? And I said, oh, I do wushu. And a friend who was with me at the time was like, oh, Sam, you know, you're a world champion, tell him that. And I said, oh, yeah, sorry, I'm world champion at wushu. And this guy said, why are you sorry? And I was like, well, I don't know. And he said to me, never apologize for who you are and never apologize for what you do. And yeah, that really connected with me because at that point I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be afraid. I shouldn't be ashamed of what I do. This is who I am and it's important to me.
我覺得喺呢個 project 入面啦，無論佢係嚟自邊度啦，嚟自香港又好，喺英國土生土長嘅人好，我覺得佢哋喺 martial art 呢樣嘢都展現到佢哋能夠喺呢度攞啲 identity 啊，即係如果係喺香港人嚟講啦，佢可以喺入面即係感覺到一啲歸屬感，或者佢可以揾到佢自己嗰啲價值喺度啊，即係原來佢嘅家鄉係有一啲嘢係能夠走出國際啦，即係喺個世界上面會有人係喜歡，佢可以用呢樣嘢去代表到自己嘅家鄉，亦都可以代表到自己嘅身份啦。我覺得呢樣嘢係佢哋可以揾到佢哋嘅 identity 啦。
As a way to deepen their understanding of East Asian culture, participants are asked to clean the mat together as a team, an exercise in discipline, humility and mutual respect.
對比起英國嘅人嚟講，佢哋相反就係佢哋能夠認識一樣外國嘅事物啦。佢哋喺martial art 上面佢哋學到除咗點樣打之外，佢哋學到當中嘅一啲精神啊，或者一啲哲理思想啊。我覺得呢樣嘢都喺佢哋身上嚟講，我都體驗到一樣就係佢哋願意去接受唔同地方嘅文化啦。咁我覺得即係呢個都係 project 入面有意義嘅地方。
In the final session, the project lead offers a special gesture of appreciation, giving each participant a Chinese name and presenting it in calligraphy as a way to honour their dedication over the past 3 months.
This is Su Yi, that's Su. And yours is Guai Lai Si, is Grace. Yes. And then yours is Ola, is Ola. Yeah. And then Michelle is Wai Hai Yi. Yeah. So this one, Kirk, is Bai Kirk. It's like Kirk. Yeah, it's like Kirk.
And then your surname is by the way. So
It's by the way, it's Bai. Yeah, it's by the way, and then Bai Kirk. Bai Kirk. Yeah, so it's like we basically use your last name and then also the meaning of your name, and then turn it into, choose all the characters from the Chinese dictionary and then use the best one. So I think that's because she studied Chinese literature and classics. So that's why she decided like this is the best translation.
Yeah, because Ke, name Ke means strong.
Yeah, and
as
strength and power.
Watching everybody like develop from the first session where everybody like really timid and shy, like just the end product, like seeing some of the stuff like Matt said, the choreography was like a lot more involved in like the martial arts that we learned. So like I'm like pleased to see everybody get stuck in. And like getting involved in like a film project, it's not something I normally do, but like I'm a big believer in just doing something because it's fun. Like just for the enjoyment in doing it. It's like one of the biggest like mistakes I think a lot of people make with art is they get too focused on being good. And it's like it becomes too serious and it's no longer fun. But like everyone's come like every Sunday for 12 weeks, obviously we had a break in between, and just got involved sheerly for the fun of it. So I think the project's been a great success.
You hear there's always a community for martial arts, but to actually experience it, it's inspiring. But also the people in the industry that we've met along the way. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity to meet people actually in the industry and learn from them regardless of our level. It's a brilliant opportunity and I think it is very inspiring. So I'm very grateful.
So hopefully that this can inspire people to do something like this, and then we can share this vision and get more young people, like young talented people like you guys, into the film industry, and then continue this amazing tradition of martial art filmmaking.
I think for me, one of the things I was interested in is how you can inspire other people, because none of you have special powers, you aren't from the gods, you don't have like special technology, you're just normal people, and when other people see you, you also have different ethnicities, different interests. You're all students at Sheffield University, some of you have no martial arts training beforehand, and the fact that you're willing to give it a go, some people who maybe want to do something but they're not sure and they have the same doubts as you, and seeing you have the doubts and then you're still doing it, that could inspire people to do it too, and that's something I hope that they'll get from seeing what we've been doing.
This is like a pilot project. So we really hope that we can do this like at a bigger scale, and more people can benefit from it. And I'm sure that by the time that we can do it again, we will definitely can do it much better, and more people can learn a lot from that. Yeah. So thank you so much again. Thank you. Okay guys, come here. Let's form a circle. Okay, well done. That's all done for today. So you guys will need to clean the mat, and I will be back in 5 minutes, so you decide how to clean the mat. Is that all right? So I'll be back very soon. Is that okay? Okay, so see you.
It's always so cryptic. Okay, so who's cleaning then?
I've been cleaning the mat since the first week.
I don't even know how to clean. Okay, let's settle this. 2 teams, 3 minutes. We're gonna play Fudak. Okay, let's do this. So, you, not you, you, my team, let's go. Okay guys, I'll charge first. You come after me.
Hey guys, do you know where my Hong Kong wooden tea is? By the way, who's cleaning?
Well, Kung Fu is not about becoming the best fighter. It's the art of self-discipline, humility, and even letting go. Everyone wants to be a Sifu, but it does take a long time to truly become one.